Hey there, comrades. Thanks for joining me today. I have a special treat for you. A really obscure little game from Japan for the NES, aka the Famicom over in Japan. The game's title is Yumi Penguin Monogatari, also known as Dream Penguin Story. This is a part of a project I've been working on for a fairly long time now. It's been a long time in the works. Had some issues with scheduling and just other things, but finally managed to get the crew together, the staff, the secretary, the wizard. Everybody's there, even though they may not be on screen. But we finally got things moving, we finally got things wrapped up, and now everything's in post-production. Just to get you all introduced to what we were working with, posting up a complete playthrough of the game. And in this complete playthrough, you'll get to see all the little cutscenes, how the game plays, how it works. This is actually the Japanese version on original hardware, so I will kind of explain a little bit of what's happening in the story. In the intro of the game, you would have seen that our penguin, which I think is pretty self-explanatory, is talking to his girlfriend on the phone, but there's another shady character there. Apparently through the translations, your girlfriend is 100% intending to leave you for this other guy because you put on too much weight and you're out of shape. Mind you, this is a game from Japan made in like 1991, and it kind of shows you how culture was in Japan and even in America, because in the 90s being fat was not so accepted. So this game takes that to a whole nother level where you're now forced to race through these stages under strict time limits. So essentially you're doing cardio activity, so you're trying to lose weight while fighting this guy's gang to get weight loss drugs. And you take the weight loss drugs to keep your weight meter, which could also kind of be factored as a health meter below the little blinking heart. And when you get hit, the heart will break and you'll gain weight. If you fall into the water, you instantly become maximum fat. Eventually, if you collect enough diet shakes, you get the ability, as you see here, to yell. You get your voice back. I'd like to think that's kind of symbolic as how fat people in the world just don't even have a voice. What else could they be trying to portray? You get really skinny and fit, and all of a sudden now you can kill things with your words. So this game goes a little bit off the rails with some of its ideals. I don't know how intended that was. But yeah, you race through the stages to get to the end, you get to the phone, you basically get the next phone call from your girlfriend and see how you're progressing. If you're overweight, she'll break up with you and you have to do the stage over. If you manage to reach the goal within the weight goal that you have been set with, the conversation is almost the same as the princesses in another castle, and it's just, you're still a little bit too fat, keep on trying, I'm waiting for you. And then you just gotta keep on trucking and keep on losing until you can finally catch up to her and, you know, save the princess, which, at this point, like, do you really want to save this princess? What is all this really worth? I don't want to spoil the ending or anything for you. If you guys actually want to stick through and watch this whole video, then that would be great and appreciated. There is a twist ending, and I just want to talk a little bit now about some of the project we've been working on. So we're going to be doing a real-life interpretation of this game and its meaning, subliminal or not. And we're going to take it a step farther, because I figure this game in itself is kind of taking things a bit farther. And I'll be portraying the main character, but the twist I'm adding is that I will be losing touch with reality. And through doing this and that happening, I end up believing I'm in the game. And events in the game are taking place in my actual life and impacting me. Because, of course, like, if you're in a situation where you're being told you're fat, you're useless, you're slow, you're going to be left, and so on and so forth, you know, it's fat shaming, it's bullying, it's harassment. Like, these are things that would negatively affect a person. Rightfully so. So you're going to get to see the slip into insanity from my character, from getting these thoughts implanted into his head. and how he reacts and how he copes. And it all concludes into a very dramatic, over-the-top kind of way. Where things get very easily out of hand, but when you're dealing with things like mental illness and bullying, that seems to be how things end up. It's a sad fact. You eventually get to a point you lose touch of reality, and reality kind of in a way becomes your own perception, your own belief of what you're being told and what you start to tell yourself. So, once you completely lose touch, sometimes there's no going back because your brain is now just fighting you to give in. Yeah, it doesn't. There's a crossed wire somewhere in your mind that tells you that anything that sounds right is wrong. So it prevents you from progressing and getting better. And this is a story about that. There definitely may seem like I'm making light of the situations, topics with depression, anxiety, schizophrenia. I'm not intending to make light of these things. They're serious issues, and people who need help should seek it. But I think the real angle I'm going with, even though I'm using such a ridiculous example of a game to paint this picture, is that these are real issues and real struggles that people have, and sometimes we don't see it. And I think that's something a lot of people have been talking about in the recent years, and it's something we should continue to talk about. So I guess from this point, I'll leave you to enjoy the game, and look forward to this video coming. The video will include a little bit of the gameplay clips. I don't want to make it too long because me and my friends put a good bit of effort into making this video, and I know if the video runs on too long, there's no way anyone's going to get to watch it all, and I'd feel bad just wasting all that work and effort that my friends helped put into it. So we're going to get a quick, short, in and out kind of video, get the point across, and have fun, and hopefully just get some exposure with it, and I hope you all enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it. So thanks again for joining me, comrades. Until next time, love you, stay safe. Oh my, you're really still watching? Congratulations and thank you. If you've really made it this far into the video, definitely be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. There should be another link for some other videos coming up momentarily, and feel free to check out the rest of the stuff that I have. Thanks for joining me again. See you next time.